Hello everyone and welcome to one of my guides about ownership stakes. Ownership stakes and the building areas. So I'm gonna give you some tips, some base building safety tips as well with telling what are these ownership stakes and what they are used for. So first of all, an ownership stake, it's not very expensive to make. It requires these items which are a bit common around the world, and this kind of looks like a totem thing. And first of all, if you're thinking about spawning in an area you want, just in case you die, you can use it as a spawn point. So first I'm gonna place one here. This is how they look like, and as long as you're authorized, as long as you place it, the first time you place it, you're automatically authorized to it. So if I kill myself right now, what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna spawn in an ownership stake I own. I'm not sure if I'm gonna spawn on this one or on a different one, but let's see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I spawn on the different one that is actually close to the other one. So I spawn on this one, but so you can use these ownership stakes as spawn points. But they have also another function, not only spawn points. So you can use this as spawn points, but not only that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna remove it, and because this has a second function. If you place the hammer on your hands, or for example you want to place a workbench on the world, you can see these lines, these purple lines around. These purple lines around means that you're within a certain area. So this area is a building area, and if I pass to this place, it's another area, building area. As long as you're inside of these lines, this place can be yours, and I'm gonna show you why. If I'm here and I don't have an ownership stake, anyone can build here. You have a right to build here, other players have rights to build here, because there are no ownership stakes or people authorized into them. So this land belongs to anyone who comes here and places like a foundation or something. I can place it because it doesn't belong to anyone. But just in case I place an ownership stake within these lines, it can be here or in the middle, whatever you want, as long as you don't pass over the limits. Place it here and it's yours. You're the only one who has the right of building here. So if there are more authorized players on this list, they can just come here and authorize themselves by clicking on this button. They will have also the right to build here along with you. Just in case I authorize myself, I don't have the right to build here anymore. So it's the only way you can't build on an area is because you're not authorized into it, or you're in an area like on the flat areas or close to the junkyards, wherever it's not possible to build. Okay, so I don't have build permission, so I have to reauthorize myself. You can give any name to this stake if you want. Just pay attention, because if you're thinking about building a base, you need to pay attention of the areas you're building in. So what I've done here is I built this small house with 3 stories actually, and it's within this building area because I have access, as you can see. Okay, as you can see, I have access because of the ownership stake I have inside of this base, because it's within this building area, so I can build anything. But the thing is that this base is not close to these limits, to these purple limits. And you know why I did that? Because in terms of safety it's good, because if you're the only player that has authorized himself to that ownership stake, you the only players that can build within this area. So no one can just come here and start building things close to your house. They can only build outside of this place. So they can build here, but they can reach your base because it's not within their building area rights. Okay, and then I build this one here just to show you. This one here, it's close to the limit of the second of third the other building area, so it's really close to the limits of the area I have rights to build. And what happens is that anyone can build on this place because they have the rights to do so, because this land is not claimed. So they can build, actually probably they can build here. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna pretend I'm another player. I will leave these doors open because I'm gonna need them to reauthorize myself. I'm gonna deauthorize myself from this area. I have rights. I need to leave the doors open to make sure I can open. I can pass here again to authorize myself. Okay. So now that I deauthorize myself, I can even close the doors or open or build anything within this area. I'm gonna show you. Because I'm not authorized, I don't have build permission. But if I'm out of that area that I don't have permission, I can just come here, and as you can see, it passes a bit the limits, but I'm able to build outside and close to this second house. And what happens is that people will try anything to get into your base, so they will build anything out of those limits. I can't have permission here, but I have permission here, so I can just simply place a floor here out of those limits. I don't have permission in another free to build area, and so I can get here. And if you have, there's many people that probably didn't have enough time, or just leave a hole on their base, and what happens is that I can get in and steal the things you have on your lockers. I may not have the rights to build anything within this area, but I can still rob you. The thing is that probably you will be stuck because you can just get out. I don't advise you to build anything close to the limits. And if you build anything, if you want to build a big base and you need to build close to the limits, I want to show you something. And I just wanted to first to reauthorize myself here, so I can do anything inside of this area. Close the doors now. I reauthorize myself, and if I want to build a big base that involves me to pass a bit the limits or build close to my building limits, what I have to do is to protect this second area from anyone come here and build. So what I have to do is to make here another building, for example, or expand even this base to this area. And then after placing all the walls, I need to place a third, or because I have another one there, a third ownership stake. See, and on this area, no one can just build anymore here and come here and try to jump in and rob your stuff. And even if you have here an ownership stake with this all here, they could authorize themselves and going down and open and close the doors and destroy anything they want if they have authorization. So if you want to expand your base and need really to build close to the limits, just place here. The thing you can do with this ownership stakes is building two within the same area. So if you want this area, you need to place one here as well. Just never leave them outside of your base for safety. And if you really want to just make a small base like this one, I said it's small because of it only has a few foundations. and or like that one, I strongly advise you to not to place the ownership stake on the first floor, and I'm gonna show you why. Just place it on the upper level. Even if you want to place it on the rooftop, you just place it anywhere. The most safe place as possible. So it means that you probably may wanna build something closer to the sky and place the ownership stake there for safety. And a bunch of doors. I know doors are a bit expensive, but it really worth the effort to gather more wood to build them. So I'm gonna show you why. Because if you place the ownership stake here, and someone with a C4 can, well, even if they don't have authorization here, they can have access to any of the stakes. They can just come here and probably place here C4, harm it, and this is giving me a silly error. Okay, they can destroy part of your base, means part of the ground and probably part of the second floor, but they won't still be able to do anything or to reach your ownership stake and your loot and your storage lockers. You must have the storage lockers. Never leave anything on the ground, because if they do this, for example, as you can see, probably can go up, but imagine that they don't have enough C4 and they needed a second C4 to come here and destroy it. The thing is that you have everything upstairs, so it makes it a bit harder to raid and to steal your stuff. And then you log in and you are able to rebuild everything or just move on with your things. So these are the advices I give you. And be careful where you place the ownership stakes, as well where you build within the areas. Well, I hope this helped. Sorry for being a bit long video, but I really wanted to help people about this building safety and everything else. So, well, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Mouse button to push vehicles. So first we're gonna try with this car. It depends of how much the car is flipped, of course, but usually it's easy to unflip them. Just keep pressing the right key